Steven, are we ready back there, sir? You guys ready? All right, I'm ready. We'll call to order the Clinton City Council meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Can we begin with roll call, please?
Councilmember Robinson.
Here.
Seeley.
Here.
Connell.
Here.
Schimmers.
Here.
Obrin.
Here.
Mussman.
Here.
Kearns.
Here. Councilmember Obrin.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a motion to approve the minutes of the regular City Council, Committee of the Whole, and special City Council meetings of October 12th, 2021, and they be approved as published on October 26, 2021. I move this be approved as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Robinson.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Connell.
Yes.
Schimmers.
Yes.
Obrin.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes. We will convene a public hearing concerning disposition of city-owned property, 531 2nd Avenue South. Have we heard anything in the clerk's office?
No, we have not, Your Honor.
Is there any citizens that are in the room or online that would like to address this public hearing? If you're online, *6 will unmute yourself. Is there any council members that would like to address this public hearing? All right. Hearing none, we will close the public hearing. Councilmember Seeley.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a resolution authorizing sale of 531 2nd Avenue South to SHAD WIDENER. Did I say it? For $2,000. I move this resolution be adopted as read.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this? Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Robinson.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Connell.
Yes.
Schimmers.
Yes.
Obrin.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes. We will convene a public hearing concerning the city's Community Development Block Grant Coronavirus application for Commercial Façade Improvements. Have we heard anything in the clerk's office?
No, Your Honor, but Kelly Brown with ECIA would like to speak.
Okay. Miss Kelly, the floor is yours, ma'am.
Thank you. My name is Kelly Brown. I am the ECIA Grant Assistance Manager at ECIA. The need for assistance for commercial businesses to build facade improvements is especially prevalent due to the impact of COVID-19. Many businesses had to close or limit their customer base of COVID-19. Those who have survived, are struggling to keep their doors open. This grant is essential to the survival of commercial businesses to mitigate the ongoing damage to the facades of the buildings, as well as revitalize the economic viability of the cultural areas in Clinton. The project will be funded through a grant award in an amount not to exceed $1 million, which would include up to 20 commercial facades. It will also include potential matching funds in the amount not to exceed $100,000 from the city of Clinton, and each participating business will pledge a minimum of 10% of their respective costs. The Community Development Block Grant Coronavirus application will be submitted to Iowa Economic Development Authority no later than January 30th, 2022. The total amount of CDBG funds requested will not exceed $1 million. These buildings will meet the HUD Summons-wide national objective and are in fair or poor condition. The activities are consist of potentially 20 commercial facades in the city of Clinton. If temporary displacement is required due to lead hazard mitigation, there will be funding in the grant for the temporary relocation of the home buyer and their family until the home can be safely inhabited. If displacement is necessary, the city agrees to fully comply with the Uniform Relocation Act in Section 104, subsection D. The proposed project consists of a commercial facade grant program, which will be used to assist the restoration of up to 20 commercial facades on buildings that have met HUD Summons-wide national objective and are considered in fair or poor condition. And I just wanted to say that there were two provisions about lead hazard mitigation and relocation that aren't applicable here, but they still are required in the official statement. With that, I would end my comments. If anybody has any questions for me, I would be happy to answer them.
Any council members that would like to address the public hearing?
Yes, this is Sean Connell. I was just curious, have we heard anything from the state on how many more applications have been submitted or where the fund status is at?
No, I actually asked for an update yesterday, but I haven't heard back yet.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we're getting the indications and warnings that the sooner we can get the architectural design done and get it in, the better, because they might not keep up to date with us as people are handing them in. So we think and I talked to Jason Kraft about this today, the sooner we can get the architectural work done, the better we'll be as far as hopefully postured to get our dollars for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's get this approved.
Is there any citizens in the room or that are online that would like to address the public hearing? Give an opportunity. Okay. Hearing none, we will close the public hearing. Councilmember Kearns.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a resolution approving Community Development Block Grant Coronavirus for the City of Clinton Commercial Façade Project. I move this be adopted as presented.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this? Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Robinson.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Connell.
Yes.
Summers.
Yes.
Oben.
Yes.
Mossman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
We will convene a public hearing concerning the city's Community Development Block Grant Coronavirus application for Microenterprise Assistance. Have we heard anything in the clerk's office?
No, Your Honor, but Ms. Brown would like to visit with us again.
Ms. Kelly, floor is yours again, ma'am.
Take your breath.
Thank you, Your Honor. As we know, the need for assistance to small businesses in the form of Microenterprise Assistance is especially prevalent due to the impact of COVID-19. Many small businesses had to close or limit their customer base because of COVID-19. Those who have survived are struggling to leave their doors open. This grant is essential to the survival of the small businesses as defined as having 5 or fewer employees, including the business owner. The project will be funded through a grant award in an amount not to exceed $500,000, which would include up to 10 businesses. It will also include potential matching funds in the amount not to exceed $100,000 from the City of Clinton, and each participating business will pledge a minimum of 20% of their respective costs. The Community Development Block Grant Coronavirus application will be submitted to Iowa Economic Development Authority no later than January 30th, 2022. The total amount of CDBG funds requested again will not exceed $500,000. To qualify for this grant, a microenterprise must be owned by an LMI individual based on income verification or create LMI jobs as a result of the project. Those hired for these positions will complete an income certification that will be used to document LMI status. So in the end result will be at least 51% would be LMI. The activities consist of potentially 10 businesses in the City of Clinton. And again, these causes I have to have here, they're not applicable. If temporary displacement is required due to lead hazard mitigation, there will be funding in the grant for the temporary relocation of the homeowner and the family in the home can be safely inhabited. If displacement is necessary, the city agrees to fully comply with the Rehabilitation Act and Section 104, Section D. The proposed project consists of a microenterprise assistance grant program which will be used to assist up to 10 businesses with assistance for working capital, equipment, building improvements, and related costs necessary to sustain and expand a microenterprise. That's the end of my comments on the public hearing. If anybody has some questions, I would be happy to answer them.
Right. Any comments for the public hearing from the council members? Is there any citizens that are in the room or online that would like to address this public hearing? All right. Hearing none, we will close the public hearing. Councilmember Oben.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a resolution approving the Community Development Block Grant Coronavirus for the City of Clinton Microenterprise Assistance Project. I move this resolution be adopted as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this? Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Robinson.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Connell.
Yes.
Summers.
Yes.
Oben.
Yes.
Mossman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
We will convene a public hearing concerning the city's Community Development Block Grant Coronavirus application for daycare assistance. Have we heard anything in the clerk's office?
No, Your Honor, but Kelly would like to speak.
Miss Kelly, floor is yours.
Thank you, Your Honor. city staff. As we know, families struggle to find affordable daycare in an environment where more and more daycare providers have closed their business because of COVID-19. Those daycares that survive are finding ways to expand to meet the needs of families. Especially prevalent are the number of families who are considered low and moderate income. The daycares need to expand their services by training additional employees and purchasing additional supplies to meet the growing number of families in need of safe and reliable daycare facilities. The project will be funded through a grant award with an amount not to exceed $200,000, which would include 2 nonprofit daycare facilities. It will also include potential matching funds in the amount of 20% from each daycare facility. The Community Development Block Grant Coronavirus application will be submitted to Iowa Economic Development Authority no later than January 30th, 2022. The total amount of the CDBG-CB funds requested will not exceed $200,000. At least 51% of the project beneficiaries, families served by the facilities, are low and moderate income. The activities consist of potentially 2 daycares in the city of Clinton. Both are nonprofit daycares. And again, if temporary displacement is required, the housing mitigation will be funding and the grant for temporary relocation of the home buyer and the family can be safely habited. Displacement is necessary. The city agrees to fully comply with the Uniform Relocation Act in Section 104 Section D. The proposed project consists of a daycare assistance grant program which will be used to assist 2 nonprofit daycares who may use the funds for projects that may include purchase of equipment supplies tied to increased demand as parents transition back to work or funding to assist the training of new staff hired to be responsible to the increased demand. And I also just wanted to state that actually we didn't know this at the time that we put together this notice, but one of the daycares has opted not to proceed with requesting funding, so actually we'll be requesting the funding for just one daycare at this time. And with that, I would end my comments. If anybody has any questions or comments for me, I would be happy to answer them. And I also want to end by saying this is my last public hearing, and it has been, really my last. And it has been my pleasure of working with all of you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you.
Did you have a question? Go ahead.
Kelly, Councilmember Connell again. The daycare that backed out, are we still going to submit for the $200,000 then? And then if, let's say we did get awarded that, can those funds be shifted to the other program by chance, or is it restricted to just the daycare assistance?
Well, yes, it's just restricted to daycare assistance and the maximum $100,000 for daycare.
Okay, so if
everything in a not to exceed, you really don't know the full capacity of all the grants and applying at this time.
So if a daycare did not respond, or there are several other daycares that didn't respond to this initially and there were still funds available and we did get awarded, could they still submit an application potentially?
Well, we would need to know that before we submit the application because we can only show qualified daycares. So we couldn't act on the $200,000 without actually knowing who the other qualified was.
Okay. Thank you.
Are all 3 of these pieces on the same application?
I'm sorry.
Are all 3 of these pieces on the same application? Because we're waiting on the engineering drawings, correct? That's is that holding up the microenterprise and the daycare from being submitted as well?
Well, there are actually 3 different grant applications. So the facade commercial that all stands on its own. So yes, we need all the information for the architect to submit that application. We're still confirming because if you recall, we had 19 micro-enterprise applications. Only 4 responded to the City of Clinton application. And we're just verifying with the other 14 that something didn't get lost in the mail, so to speak, and that they truly don't want to proceed before we can continue on with that application. And I know that the daycare application that we're waiting on some LMI information. So they are all in process. It's just different parts that we're waiting on before we can submit this application.
So as soon as each one of them, you get all your parts, you're going to go ahead and submit?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Okay, perfect. I just wanted to make sure that we didn't lose out on the microenterprise and daycare
for sure.
if we're waiting on the other
Very
part.
good question.
Okay.
Right.
Is there any other comments from council members for the public hearing? Is there any citizens online or in the room that would like to address the public hearing?
I've got a comment, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
I just did some quick math, and this is potentially $2.2 million being invested in the community through city, grant, and private businesses with their match, and has potential. I had 32 businesses, but 31 minus the daycare. So the impact here is pretty significant. So I'm happy this got brought to our attention and is moving forward quickly. So thank you for all your hard work, Kelly.
My pleasure.
Do we have a date for the architect?
Yeah, I talked to Jason today, and he's already going to be starting here, I think, next week.
Okay.
And
cool.
we said not to rush because we don't want to rush the failure, but the sooner the more people he can put on it, the sooner he can get it all together. We'd like to submit it like early December if possible. I don't know if that's feasible though.
Okay.
Because they're going to take a while to get through all the facades. So
Perfect.
we'll push them.
Well, if they take a concept, like a 30-60, 100%, or a 30-75, 100% plan, if we can do something like that, or if they've got a 60% plan
With a nice drawing.
and then they can fine tune it after we know if we got it or not.
True.
Yeah. True. Yeah. And is there a deadline for the daycare folks and the microenterprise to get the information back to you? Or are we just going to wait on them?
I know that actually got people working on the applications now, so they're really trying to do their best to streamline. And I know the daycare, they're just waiting to get back some of that information, but we're still making calls on the microenterprise just to verify that the other 15 really are interested.
Because I would hate to see like the 5 that have responded to the microenterprise miss out on it because we're waiting on another 14 to respond.
Right.
Maybe if
We'll create a drop dead date.
okay,
I know,
I
I'm
think
pushing that really hard.
okay,
I thought the same
good. Yeah, because obviously we want to get these in as quick as we can. So.
Right.
Okay, is there any other comments for the public hearing? All right, hearing none, we will close public hearing. Councilmember Connell.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a resolution approving community development block grant coronavirus for the City of Clinton Daycare Assistance Project. I move the resolution be adopted as read.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
This is just all the pieces and parts that have to go with everything Kelly just talked about. So this is the long piece that's all required.
We're not quite at that one yet.
Are we still up here?
Yeah.
Cool.
Is there any discussion on this?
Dang, I was moving faster.
All right, can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Robinson.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Connell.
Yes.
Shemmers.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Shemmers.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a resolution approving the State of Iowa Community Development Block Grant Coronavirus CDBG-CV duplication of benefit policies and procedures. I move this resolution be adopted as read.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this?
Actually, Your Honor. So this is just basically, this packet is needed to go with the other 3 that Kelly just talked about. It's a requirement in there. So it has the duplication piece, meaning that somebody else hasn't submitted for something, and then we're putting them in for this, and that's duplication. They're getting 2 different grants. So we have to have that, and then as well as all the procedures that go through all the 3 different grants that we're going to be submitting is all encapsulated in this document here.
Outstanding.
Kelly
other-
did a much better job.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Any other discussion? All right, can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Robinson.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Connell.
Yes.
Shemmers.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Thank you, Kelly, for all your work, and good luck on your new adventure.
Thank you very much. Again, it's been a pleasure.
All right, thank you. Moving to the audience comment section, I did not receive any yellow cards. Is there anyone that would like to address the council?
Yeah, we have 6 leadership people here tonight. So who's going to be the spokesman for the group? You have to come up. You have to come up to the mic
Come up to the mic.
and make sure you bring your coin.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
You got it.
Oh, yeah. You got to go over there. Sorry, you got to go over there.
Mike.
Don't come there, you'll get tackled
Yeah,
by
by
Captain Raymond.
Hey, so good evening. Can you state your name, ma'am?
Carly Detterman.
And why are you here with a good crew of leadership class people tonight?
I'm here because we got this opportunity to come to any city council meeting, and we just have to take notes over it and write about what we learned and all of that. And we want to see leaders in our community, so we can have good role models for us to be leaders in the future and now. So.
Did you have any good briefers for leadership school? They're all bad.
We had an NFL player last week.
David Johnson. I'm trumped by David Johnson.
No. We had Harvey Harrington. He's a motivational speaker. We had Matt Brook twice.
Twice.
Was it?
Well, no, we did.
Was that Brooke?
Andrew.
Is it Brooke with an E or without an E?
With an E.
2 E's. And then we had Andrew something.
Keita. Oh, we had Andrew Keita and then also Andy
Sokolovich.
Yes.
Good.
Andy was probably fun.
Yes, he's very fun. Most fun.
Can you just tell us something you've learned so far?
What have we learned so far? Let me get my notes.
Clinton has an airport.
Clinton has an airport.
Yeah.
We got a tour of the airport. We went on an economic tour and learned that Clinton was founded in 1857. Did not know that before. It's also right there.
It's on your coin too. See?
Yeah. We got these coins that make us part of Clinton. We learned the characters that make a good leader, and we went over what leadership is and why we're in this program. And we also went over projects like Lincoln, what's it called, Lincoln Square, or
Liberty Square.
Liberty Square, and we went over projects like that and how we can make the community better.
We did a bus tour.
Yeah, the economic tour, we did that. That was very fun. We went up on the dike.
Some guy gave some history about Clinton.
A lesson.
Weird guy on there.
You did see his picture up on the
On the dike. He didn't have a beard though, I don't think.
No. Yeah, what else would you like to know?
They still brought you here?
Yeah.
Well, the highlight was funny though, because we ended up the history tour. We went downtown, went to Dike, went up to Main Avenue, went to Eagle Point Park, and then we finished at the airport. That was apparently the secret highlight because a lot of them are gonna sign up for flight lessons, and they've got lots of cameos inside the aircraft that were there. So
Good. It's a pretty nice airport.
Yeah, it is actually very. I've never been inside there. I think most of us. And then we got inside the planes.
Yeah, we get to go inside. And we get to put fog goggles on. Goggles.
Foggles.
Like down here at City Hall, we might be letting them down. We're not going to have any stories. We can make it entertaining.
We could let them all set up here and do the rest.
Yeah, you guys want to switch spots?
I already had a meeting today. I'm the president at my school, so is Danica. I know, it's so cool. Danica and I are presidents.
Very nice.
Yep.
Yeah, those guys. Okay.
All right.
Anything
thank you
else?
very
Thank you very much. We appreciate you being the spokesperson.
Oh, Chick-fil-A.
No, yeah.
Mayor's working on it. Mayor's working on it.
We want Chick-fil-A.
We want
All right. Okay.
Get it done, Scott. Come on,
Chick-fil-A.
let's go.
Chick-fil-A.
Great
That's
space.
the request. We might
It's
open
it's
Coach Inn back up.
it's funny. You guys and my grandma are requesting the same thing.
Right on that little, in the square right next to ADM, the grass area would be so good. Because so many people pass there every day. What? Well, yeah, it's close to my house. A lot of people pass. It's one of the busiest streets in Clinton.
18,000 cars.
We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, you did tell us that. 18,000 cars every day.
And it was the most interesting class because it was 12 women.
Yeah, no boys.
Good deal.
There's no leadership in men, so.
Nope.
But you guys were a good class.
Yes.
Well, if you notice, that our leaders are at the end of the table. So.
Thank you very much. And I know you were invited to the council meeting, but they're always open, so you can always come.
You can also watch them online.
Yep.
One more question, Matt.
Might
How did
boost
you
our
know that
online
we were
ratings.
coming this time?
I could sense it. I have spies.
We just picked a date and came. How did you know?
I have spies.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't even see us last week.
Lily sent me an email. Yeah, she did. Actually, I talked to her vice principal and principal because I was at Prince of Peace, and I said, you better make sure she goes soon because I haven't seen anybody. No.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you very
guys.
much.
Thank you.
We'll have a quiz at the end. We'll have a quiz at the end. Yes, ma'am.
What'd she say?
That's confidential.
All right. Moving on to consent agenda. Councilmember Connell.
Thank you, Your Honor. I move we approve the consent agenda as presented on the attachment.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on consent agenda? Councilmember Connell.
6 Victor, please, I'd like to pull.
Victor, very good.
Victor.
6 Victor. Any other discussion? Wow.
Raised his hand.
Councilmember Kearns, did you have one? Oh, you're motioning that, Sean? Okay. Anybody else? No? Okay. Can we please have roll call on the balance of the consent agenda?
Councilmember Robinson.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Connell.
Yes.
Shemmers.
Yes.
Oben.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Kearns.
Thank you, Your Honor. I move the claims listings for 10/26/21 both be approved and placed on file.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Robinson.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Connell.
Yes.
Shemmers.
Yes.
Oben.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Robinson.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a resolution setting public hearing on the proposed sale of city-owned property, 644 6th Avenue South. Move that this resolution be adopted as read.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this? All right, can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Robinson.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Connell.
Yes.
Shemmers.
Yes.
Oben.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Mussman.
Thank you, Honor. I have a resolution approving and authorizing an amendment to loan and disbursement agreement by and between the City of Clinton and the Iowa Finance Authority, and an authorizing and providing for the reissuance of the $4,577,000 sewer revenue capital loan note, taxable series 2011, rate reset of the city. I move that it be adopted as read.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this?
Oh, this is. Oh, sorry.
I talked to a couple of council members today, and there's 2 of these. The first one is the savings of $467,000. The next one's $1 million. So just
Nice.
we would love if they started out with 1.75 to start. Right?
Is
Start with a higher
rates changed?
rates changed after 10 years of a state revolving fund. It actually shifts to a
Oh.
lower interest rate for them.
I got you.
3 to 1.75.
I got you. Okay.
That's a pretty significant
So these
reduction.
aren't new notes. These are
Yeah, these are
old notes that got to that part. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So,
And they pick up a new scheme. So
that is in the, sorry, that is in a special fund as well, so that's
Yep,
just going to go proprietary
Yep.
fund, so we're just going to kind of kick that back, but I guess with those proceeds, I guess we call them, maybe kick it to finance to see what Bob wants to do. If there's any special projects that he's got, or are we looking at?
yeah, when I talked to Councilmember Mussman today, we talked about just putting it there for now and then looking, because it's, if you put them together, it almost equals what 1 year of consent decree is.
Okay.
Oh,
That we're
okay.
doing 1.2 to 1.7 is what we're doing on updating.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
So then we went to the
Yeah.
borough, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would
good
be nice
use.
to see too, yeah.
Good use of funds. Yeah.
Yep.
So do our payments just decrease now, or are we actually getting money back?
So that's why I didn't fail to ask Anita. I think it just decreases our
Okay.
payments, and so we've
Okay.
already
Yeah.
committed those dollars,
Yep.
but now we don't have to pay
10-4.
them, so that
You can
frees up-
re-amortize
Yes.
the
10-4.
schedule, and then we'll
Yep.
maybe, okay.
So it save us the dollars that we're planning to pay.
Okay.
So that, but this has the same.
So you got the 3% and the 1.75.
Where's the annual debt service?
Down at the bottom.
So it goes to basically 1.172 versus.
No, I know, but I was
Oh.
looking at the payments. Did where's the payments on that schedule?
Right there.
No, like the month. Is it monthly or
No,
yearly?
annually.
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 Okay. All right.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yep.
All right. Never mind then.
Well, it's good news either way.
But they look the same.
Did we get notified, or
No,
did
twice a year.
Did
right?
Anita
Yeah,
discover
twice a year.
it?
No? 12/1?
I think they did notify.
Twice a year.
They are twice a year.
Twice
But
a year.
Anita usually stays up on top of it,
Yeah.
so they don't.
No, I was just gonna give her kudos.
So they're biannual?
But it looks
biannual
like
payments.
the payments stay the same.
Well, then it'll just be paid
So
off.
the payment
faster.
stays the same and it's paid off earlier? Or it's actually less interest?
Well, more is
because
gonna
more
go
is
to
going to
principal.
principal
More is gonna go to
than
principal.
interest.
Right.
So the payments actually remain the same. So
We need to ask a loan
the overall
officer.
savings you won't see until technically the end.
Thinking on this, yeah.
Does that
Need
make
to ask a
sense?
loan officer.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting to the bottom of it here.
I guess that would be the discussion to have. Do we have a choice over that, or is it automatically something they set that?
No, I think it's, well, what I know is the state revolving fund sets it at 10 years, that if everything is not going crazy, that they'll actually lower that. It's set up an initial when we borrow the dollars for it, but I'll find out what we can
So it's
actually.
initially started for 20 years?
Yes, there is some that can be more than 20.
Well, it would still be 20 years.
Yes.
It's just the last 10 years are at a lower rate.
Rate reduction.
So you're not paying out as much in interest. So your savings is less interest over the 10 years. Not a payment savings, because if you lowered the payment and the rate, it would take longer to pay it off, and
Right.
and then you wouldn't see as much interest savings.
Uh-huh.
But we still
basically
have a
just
pretty
put more
good
to
savings
principal.
either way.
Correct. You're
And
just
that-
paying more to principal.
Like, oh, I had much more
Yeah.
money here, and I'm just going to put it to principal. But
This is the same thing that came up when we did this, a year ago with the sewer fund. And it's where we are paying more into the principal and less interest as we go. And
Yes.
so our savings really isn't really seen until
The end.
the last few years, when we're actually paying off early. We're paying the principal off early.
They're getting their money.
Well, either way, it's a good deal.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Any other questions or comments on this? All right, can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Robinson.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Connell.
yes,
Schemmers.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Seeley.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a resolution approving and authorizing an amendment to the loan and disbursement agreement by and between the City of Clinton and the Iowa Finance Authority, and authorizing and providing for the reissuance of $9,797,000 sewer revenue capital loan note, taxable series 2011 of the City of Clinton. I move this be adopted as read.
second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this? Can we have roll call, please?
Same thing.
Councilmember Robinson.
Yes.
Seeley.
The savings on this one is the $1 million.
Yes.
Right.
In how phenomenal, yes.
Connell.
You don't get to go spend it now.
Yeah.
No. Yes.
Schemmers.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Robinson.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a resolution approving agreement concerning scanning record books by and between Clinton County, Iowa, Recorder, and the City of Clinton, Iowa. I move that this resolution be adopted as read.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this?
This is just a really great opportunity that Lisa came upon. She coordinated with Scott Judd at the recorder's office, and the timing was really apropos because we had a little bit of water in the vault. So she also fixed that problem with a bunch of really good librarians from across the state.
Wow.
Long story short is, this is a really good rate to be able, and we can actually go up and volunteer if anybody wants to, maybe some leadership kids.
class.
But basically, we're going to start scanning all the old books so that we'll be able to go back to 1857 and have everything digital on there. And there's some things we still have to keep, but this is going to be really helpful from the recorder's office to help us. They have this giant scanner thing that you can put on there, and now that the books are all ready to go. So
Where are we saving everything?
well, everything's in the cloud. No, yeah. So basically, what we'll do is we'll have it on our server, but it'll be the same. So you can go in and you can Google, like, I want to find out a land thing from 1898. Then we're gonna
It'll be able to pick out words.
we're gonna try. We're gonna.
Okay.
So the biggest issue is getting everything scanned. Then we need to go back and be able to tag those. And we've been having the conversation a lot because you're only as good as your filing system. So if you just say it's from, like we just came up with this the other day because some people were asking us for files for going to court, but they're in the person's name that was against us. So how do you, if you don't know the name? So we're going to work on a very good file system to be able to then do at least a initial jump into there, limit the number you're trying to look for, and then see if you can zero in on it.
Cool.
So that'll be phase 2.
I think it's a great idea, and yeah, probably long overdue. So thanks, Lisa.
Are we still
It's
going
gonna be
to
a
keep
big
the
project.
actual
There's some that we
hard
there's
books
that there's some that
as a
we
historical piece,
Yeah.
I guess, but
and based on we have room currently, but I think we will just because they're old and moldy and smell real good.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I go and sneeze.
Here's a question.
Yes, sir.
Up until 1985, we had a park board, and are those files going to be scanned also?
We most definitely would. We'll get these as a priority, and then look. I think it would be nice too, as just looking at the feasibility, not for this, but for intern part that would have some of that roles and responsibility too. Because you don't want to intern and scan all summer, but maybe it's a part where you do a project where you got to scan that. But it'd be interesting to see what they have at the Parks and Rec.
Well, and then continue that to library, continue that to airport.
Yeah.
Just make sure that if we're getting this big of a project going, let's do it all.
All right. Very cool. Any other discussion on this? Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Robinson.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Connell.
Yes.
Schemmers.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes,
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Mussman.
I'll see if I can do this one. Thank you, Your Honor. I move that the council consider an ordinance for the first time.
Please read the title.
An ordinance amending Chapter 79.10, calendar parking of the Code of Ordinance of the City of Clinton, Iowa.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Your Honor, I move that the council waive the 2 prior reading requirements of the Iowa Code Section 380.3 and place the ordinance on its final path for adoption.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second to waive the Iowa Code Section 380.3 requirements, and in order for that to happen, it is required for a 3/4 vote of the council members. Can we please have a roll call vote on that motion?
Councilmember Robinson.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Connell.
Yes.
Schemmers.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes to waive the Iowa Code Section 380.3 requirement. We had an original motion and a second for the ordinance reading. Is there any discussion on this?
Just a quick question. When would this go into effect? I know it's usually when you sign it, but sometimes there's a short delay. So will this go in as we discussed with?
Will this go into effect?
Depends if he signs it
because you
right away.
minimized, I think this goes in effect as soon as he signs it.
Depends on if I sign it.
Because
He
probably
can
needs to
veto it.
tried to me soon because as we had the changes that you guys recommended, the snow event will remain in effect instead of 24 for 72 hours. So we probably need to do that before it snows.
That's
and then this one here is for 2 weeks during the fall and 2 weeks during spring, and we left that open as your guidance was to be able to get in there and see if we can actually still get some time to get the leaves with the street.
So that answered my other question,
Yes.
because timing is such
Yep.
that we could do the sweeping yet before.
Yes.
Well, if you look at the trees right now, there's not a lot of leaves down.
No, they're coming.
They're gonna drop
So-
soon.
Yeah.
So you're going to veto this, is what I'm assuming?
Please remember, ladies, the mayor can be difficult.
I do have one
not
question
gonna
here,
veto.
and I think I'm just not understanding it. It's been a long day. It says the hours for calendar parking will be from 9 a.m. to 6 a.m.
So
9 p.m. to 6.
No.
No, no,
So
no.
at 9 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
you got to be parked on the right side of the street, the correct side of the street. And it is in effect until 6 a.m. the next morning.
Oh, you got 3 hours.
And then you have 3 hours from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Oh, okay.
to get to the next correct
Okay.
side of the street. Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, if you look at it again, it does look.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Would it make sense to say the next day, or I mean, 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. the following day?
So as people ask you,
Make
well,
sense?
what do I got to do? At 9 o'clock in the morning, you need to be parked on the correct side of the street.
Yeah.
If
So it's a free for all for 3 hours,
that's exactly right.
and anybody can park anywhere they want.
And if you remember the discussion
Yeah.
around this council table, 10, 12 years ago, it was, well, we have to let people have time to go to work. or come home from work. If they're coming home at 6 o'clock in the morning, or be at work, they don't have to be at work until 8 or 9. That's what that whole discussion piece was.
Okay. Yeah. And then, Matt, what is your methods of notification going to be?
Very passive.
What are you thinking?
Well, I think we'll have our public safety officers and our other officers that'll be out and about, and I think first we'll stop and make sure that they don't need any assistance.
No, I mean for the leaf
Oh, I thought you meant notifying the people that are parking in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
I think what we'll do is we'll do a normal medias. We'll do the press release. We'll, get it out on KROS. We'll get it into the Clinton Herald. I think, that way. I would tell you, as much as we do that way, text message, it's still, there's going to be folks that are out. So I think having some presence out there too might help. And what I said on the passive side is encourage those folks that may not understand what this is. They might be new to an area that has off-street, on-street parking. So then we just have the discussion with them, say, hey, yep, like Greg said, that's important, Councilmember Oberon, is the correct side of the street, versus confusing them with the odd or even, et cetera.
And we start with warnings.
Yes.
Okay.
Is the timing of this conducive to get it into the lighthouse?
I think we might have, did we just miss that? I think we just did the final version.
Okay.
But we could also put this, there's enough space on the sewer bills.
That's
We
a
could
good
put in
idea.
That's a
that
good
might be a
spot
good
to
one
put
for
a
that,
sewer
yeah.
bill.
City Watch.
City Watch.
City Watch, the most popular radio show in Clinton.
I heard ratings are up since I've been there, but that's just me. Is there any other discussion on this? All right, can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Robinson.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Connell.
Yes.
Schimmer.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Unfinished business, Councilmember Connell, 6
Thank you.
Victor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Matt, I just wanted to clarify a couple things on that. The 68,000, did that go out for bids, or is it just worked with one firm? How we went to do that?
In this case is this is the $5.7 million RISE grant from the state of Iowa. So this was, I believe it was sole source to Shive Hattery for this project.
Okay.
To work it on the time that Jason and I discussed to go ahead and do that with them.
So is their 68K, are we saying 60% of that's going to be paid for the state, or is that going to be on our portion?
So this whole thing is
60%
paid.
funded.
Yeah. No, it's 60-40. So 60% is from Iowa DOT
Yep.
and 40% is from Project MG.
Okay.
Yep. So that we don't have any dollars in this.
No, I'm just curious what portion of that is going to be paid. So are we going to use this 60% that the state's paying to pay the engineering side of it? Is that kind of what we're thinking?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah. Well, we pay it, and then when we do all that, we could say it's from the state side as well.
Okay.
That's easy.
All right, move it be approved as listed.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this? All right, can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Robinson.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Connell.
Yes.
Shimmers.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Connell.
Thank you, Your Honor. I move we adjourn to 5 p.m. November 9th, 2021.
We are adjourned. Give us a few minutes to get set up for the committee of the whole, and
That'll be
we'll
about
begin
3
that.
hours long, so you guys get comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay. No, not actually. Now we have one. So we do